Shalom, it's Rabbi Rudin. I wanted to just take a couple minutes to really just do a very, very short discussion about the Amidah, which is really the central prayer of Judaism. In fact, that's the only prayer we have. We have one prayer. It's called the Amidah. And, I grew up in the Reform movement, and I have to say that from a point of view of a kid, the one difference between the Reform movement and the conservative movement that I went to sometimes and eventually was drawn to was that in the conservative movement you go to synagogue and at some point in the service you go Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah. Without even knowing what that was or what it was all about, it somehow seemed, from my point of view as a kid, to really sort of lay out a boundary, or to say now we are going to go into a different sort of place, a different sort of space. And that's exactly what it was. We didn't have that when I was growing up in the Reform movement. Now I think the Reform movement has introduced the traditional Amidah, because that's what I just chanted was the beginning of the Amidah prayer. And the literal meaning of Amidah is standing. And that's kind of all it is. It's standing in the presence of God. And people say, well, what does that mean? And they would say, well, I don't know. What does it feel like? And they would say, well, it feels kind of like I'm waiting for something to happen. And okay, and now how's it feel? Now it feels kind of like centering. I'm sort of touching base with myself, with what really matters. I'm kind of coming back to myself from everything else. Okay, good. Now what's it feel like? Now I'm kind of feeling kind of utchy, like I want to get going. I want to start making it happen. It's great. Now what's it feel like? And now it feels kind of sort of grateful for stuff. Grateful for the day, for the sunlight, for breathing, kind of feeling a sense of gratitude. Great. Now what's it feel like? Feels like kind of scared, kind of a sense of awe. What is all this? Right? What's going on? I appeared here in this world, and things are happening and going by, and the enormous things, small things. There's so much feeling, so much experience, so much reality. So that's the Amidah. It's, in a sense, it's kind of like hyper reality. Just temporarily for a few minutes, you're just aware of being aware. You're just in the moment, but you're beyond the moment. You're feeling very present, so present that you kind of go into the atomic structure, if you will, of time and space, and then you go beyond it. You become, for 1 second, for one moment, for one breath, or fraction of a breath, you are in the place of God. You are everything, everywhere, every moment. So that is the Amidah. And it's not a guaranteed transcendent experience every time we say these words and take 3 small steps backward and 3 small steps forward. But it is like preparing you for those moments. It is like the rehearsal time for spirituality. Spirituality in Judaism is something we do, not something that just spontaneously happens to you. It does spontaneously happen to you, but if you've prepared. So in the same way, when a great pianist suddenly does this amazing performance that people talk about for centuries afterwards, that performance happens because the pianist has prepared. They never know if that's the performance that's going to hit it. A runner doesn't know he's going to hit a world record that day. But without the preparation, without the practice, it'll never happen. So as a people of spirituality, the Jewish people have this moment of standing before God, standing with God, standing in place. There are words to say, guided meditation of standing in God's presence. There are times when we express gratitude. There are times when we express a sense of awe. There are times when we say, I'm hurting and I don't really know what I need. I'll just say what I need, but maybe it's not what I really need. I mean, who am I to know what I really need? You know what I need. I don't really know what I need, but I'll tell you what it feels like I need. All of these are ways of becoming closer to what we're really at and what we really are and what's really going on here. This is Jewish prayer. It's the Amidah. And just by saying those words, the Baruch Atah Adonai, and then trying our best to say the liturgy or not saying it, but just being there, then we are becoming more alive, more vital, more connected, deeper, and more realized. But don't take my word for it. Try. Open the Siddur, or click on a link, or just stand with those words in that space and see what you discover. Yish koach. Thank you.